Um, Hello everyone, good evening, and welcome to PyLadies this month. And oh, hold on, so I'm Vicky from PyLadies, and before we start into our talk this evening, I'm gonna have a few announcements. So let me see if I can switch this right. Is it number 3? Oh yes, got it. Um, so this evening we're going to have Nandita Sharma talking about automatic multiclass news classification using deep learning and word embedding with NLP technology. And first of all, I want to say thank you to our sponsors. So Dublin Maker, who's been always quite supportive of the events that I run, and also Imagilabs, whose CTO and co-founder Beatrice spoke last month, and they gave us a discount code that we can use. I know it's coding Grace 15, but it's a general a code for yourself and your peers and friends and colleagues and family. So you can go to the site and use that. So thanks to Imagilabs. So again, this is just talk details for this evening. You can find this on our meetup page as well. I can't remember if I linked this script pad off the meetup page. If not, I'll link it after this meetup, and I'll also send a post event message with a link to script pad. So yeah, the event started. According to the agenda, a few announcements, then a talk, and then we'll have some Q&A, and then the event ends around 7:30. So the few announcements we have. So Outreachy is where you can actually promote. You can actually contribute to open source projects. They provide paid internships, and it's open around the world. As I said, as you can see there, you can work remotely. And so you're not required to move to that specific location. The deadline is on February 22nd. So check out their website, outreachy.org. We've also have a friend of mine in DCU. She's running a DCU Hack for Change, and this is a call to action for anyone who's interested in to become a mentor or a speakers or volunteering between March 12th and 19th. They have 3 themes: mental health, climate, and equality. So if you're interested, I've written up a quick post there because she had a video and a form, but it was in separate places, so I put it into one post there. So you can actually check out this quick post on Dev, my Dev, about the DCU Hack for Change 2021. PyLadies also on Dev, just to remind people. So if you want to write articles and stuff like that, and you want to contribute to PyLadies Dublin has as an organization has an account on Dev2, so you can submit your articles and all the cool things you're doing in Python if you want. As I said, I have one there. So does Chuck, who does a lot of videos. Python is from Python from zero to Python. Or I can't remember. She does a lot of videos on beginners Python, and then she also does kind of midweek kind of interviews as well with other Pythonistas. With Liz, who is, you can see she's also there as well on Dev. So I'm also looking for speakers from June onwards for PyLady. So you want to do a short talk, a lightning talk, or a talk that is up to 30 minutes or so, or you want to give a demo, or you want to give a workshop. Submit your kind of talk title or your event details through that type form. Our next PyLadies is in April because normally in March I don't run any PyLadies because we tend to clash with St. Patrick's Day. So I decided to not have anything in March. So April 20th is our next PyLadies, and we have Alina talking about bias in NLP using linguistics and computer science to improve AI and machine learning fairness. So that's kind of a very interesting topic for anyone who's working in this area um, around, I suppose, the whole ethics side of things. Um, so, some other Python related events. There's Python Ireland will be. They have their monthly meetup. That's on Wednesday, March 10th. Head to their site python.ie. They're also on Meetup, where most of their details are on. But their RSVP doesn't. They don't open till probably the week of, I think, of the event. So yes, some other events. So I have a list of kind of diversity related events that might be of interest to people. So there's Block W, who are into blockchain. So also Women in Blockchain, and the Irish Computer Society has an event there on how technology will transform how we bank. Then you have Women Code Belfast with their morning bites and brew online. Bright Club online. We have Women in Tech, and we have Brenda Romero, who I think she's one of the MC. So check out that event as well. That's going to be it's going to be quite good and funny. I'm always a big fan of Bright Club. Then we have Your Why Network, some mental health celebrating social entrepreneurs. And then thinking differently about neurodiversity at work as well. Then we have Rebel Women, which is, I think, from Rebel folks who run RebelCon. So this will be Women in Tech, and this will be they have a special speaker because a lot of events have been cancelled. So a lot of people have been doing special events, and this is one of the special events from RebelCon. And finally, we have Women in AI Ireland, deep learning for detecting COVID-19 using chest X-ray images. So if there's kind of any other kind of events that I'm missing out, just let me know. Drop me an email at dublin@pyladies.com. Another one might be of interest for people in general is Talk Hackerspace has an open coding night. So they have it over this. They do their event over Discord because there's no in-person events at the moment. So if there's any other events, just let me know. So without further ado, if I'm not running too much over time, I will introduce our speaker. Give you details here again. With Nandita Sharma. So let me switch over to everyone and say hello this evening. So do I have everyone? Nope. Yeah. So we have Nandita, and then we have Lay, my co-organizer, and someone who's not in the picture, who's off screen at the moment, is my other half, Michael. He's helping me with the production this evening. So thank you again, Nandita, for joining us this evening. So what I'll do now is I'm going to put in a little intermission slide just to give you a chance so you can actually share your screen with your presentation. So, and then
Sure.
I'll let you have the floor, okay?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this event. Before I begin with my introduction, I would like to say hello to everyone, whoever have joined. And I would like you to comment in comment box from where you have joined. As I can see, people from Dublin and okay, nice. So a very warm welcome to all of you. I can see very people from diverse places have joined this. And I'm Nandita Sharma. I've recently completed Masters in Data Analytics from National College of Ireland. Today, I'm in front of you and making my project presentation on NLP technology. The topic of my presentation is automatic multiclass news classification using deep learning, LSTM, and word embedding with NLP technology. So here we go. So I will try to keep this presentation as simple and so that technical, non-technical user will be understand it in easy way. So starting with the format of data. As in 21st century, a data is generated exponentially each and every day, we all know. But only 1% of data is present in a structured format and almost 99% of data is present in an unstructured format. The source of data is being generated through Facebook, WhatsApp, each day through Instagram, Messenger. All those data is contained in a form of textual format. So have you ever imagined, like with this text data, a lot of meaningful insights and significant actionable can be taken only if the data is exposed to with NLP technology and text mining. Majority of text data is unstructured format. So it's very important to make a meaningful insight through by using NLP technology on making unstructured to structured format. Giving a brief description about NLP. NLP stands for machine learning. It's something which ability of computer to understand, analyze, manipulate, and potential to generate human language, which means making a computer to make understand the human language is NLP. Then comes the text mining. Text mining, you might be wondering, is just a part of NLP. In text mining, what happens? As the data present in an unstructured format, is very important to convert into structured format that is done by text mining. In text mining, we are making the from raw data to finished data and then providing an actionable insight through it. This NLP and text mining go hand in hand. Then comes the application of NLP. First application, sentiment analysis. On sentiment analysis, as we can see the Facebook, Twitters, all those things. Just a minute. I hope you can hear me. Hello. Yeah, it was network issue. So in sentiment analysis, we can see the Facebook, Twitter, all those things are using a sentiment analysis. By emojis, we can analyze the sentiment of someone. It's all because of NLP. Next comes, just a minute. Yeah, chat box. Many of the companies all across the world, they are using a chat box. Now a human type do a conversation with machine in front of them. It's being highly in demand. Machine translator, machine using a translator where the different language are converted and it make people too easy to communicate with each other just by a single click. For example, many have you have seen platform when someone writes in a Chinese, it get converted into English. If someone doesn't know English, they can just clicking on the single button of translator, they can understand conversion of Chinese to English as well. Then comes speech recognition. In speech recognition, for example, you might have seen Hey Siri and Alexa. These are the example of speech recognitions. Email filtration, especially in these email, now NLP is being used for segregating of information in spam and ham so that we can get our email don't get mixed with the spam. These are few applications of NLP. Coming to my project, I start with why I choose this project and about my news text classification project. So in introduction, as I have told, like as the rapid development of internet technology, the steady movement of society toward information, as we can see, the lot of data is generated on internet. The lot of news is being generated on internet. The humongous massive amount of information is generated at each corner of the world. As the humongous data is generated, it's very making difficult for a user like us to read, what to read and what not to read. So converting into it in a simpler and easy format, that the NLP technology is came into platform. It allows the people to choose a specific information as per their interest and as per their the preferences. So as my project is classification of news is using LSTM and NLP technology. In this, numerous approach has been already been taken by previous researchers, and they have applied KNN, Navi bias, and gradient boosting algorithm so far. This project used a word-based approach using LSTM techniques. This is different from other state of art given by researchers. Uh, the word-based approach is also called as word embedding, where the word or vocabulary from the phrases are mapped to the vector to the real world. The goal of this project is to how well the news text data can be classified into appropriate categories using multi-layer LSTMs. For example, we have a lot of data, as you can see, we read through newspaper. But what if it get categorized to in simpler format? For example, data which belongs to technology segregated under technology, data which belong to food articles segregated under food. So it will make people for the user to understand in an easy way. If someone want to read it in technology way, they can go with just under technology category to read it. So here come LSTM. What is LSTM? It is a part of artificial intelligence, stand for short, or apply to train the machine using NLP data. In methodology, how I started this project, I gathered the data through Kaggle, which is an open repository for dataset. Then KDD methodology is followed on this project. There are two types of methodology basically, CRISP-DM and KDD. In CRISP-DM methodology is basically used for business purposes, and KDD methodology is basically used for knowledge presentations. So KDD methodology has following steps. It involves data cleaning, data integration, data selection, data transformation, data mining, evaluation, and knowledge presentation. I will take you through each steps. First, I will start with data cleaning. In data cleaning, first come tokenization. Tokenization is a part of data pre-processing, which as the complete paragraph is very difficult to understand for machine. So with the help of technique tokenization, it convert the paragraph into simple unit. For example, on the right hand side, you can see someone, I love coding and writing. So the I, love, coding, and writing are split into different tokens. And then comes lemmatization. Lemmatization is a process where we take an individual token from sentences and reduce them in a base format. By this, I mean, if you look at the right-hand side, I love coding and writing. Here, coding and writing are the present continuous tense, as the coding is converted into base form of code. So after applying lemmatization, coding will convert into code, writing will convert into write. So this is the lemmatization. Then comes stemming. The stemming with nothing but it strips the suffix of the end of the word, which means I prefer not to argue. It means it will, after applying the stemming, it will strip the E and it will make it argu, argu. And then come part of speech. In part of speech, it tells grammatical information or word of sentence by assigning the specific token. By this I mean, as a paragraph is contain a word, each word will be assigned as a token. It will be easy for machine to understand them. And after that, many other data preprocessing texts are also been done for making machine to understand, like one hot encoding, word embedding. I will take you through in the next slide. As in POS, pause tagging, for example, in sentence, if it is written, give me your answer. Answer here is a noun, but in sentence says, answer the question. Answer here is verb. So and give me your answer and answer the question. It both have the answer, but it has one is verb and one is noun. So in order to make this kind of complex paragraph in easy format, POX technique is used. And it is very important to understand the meaning of sentences to extract the relationship and build a knowledge graph. That's the reason POC is used. It's one of the importance. Then methodology in data transformation, which is the other step of KDD. The following step I have performed in my program. For example, merging the columns, combining ambiguous categories. By this, I mean the various columns which make a similar meaning, I merge it to one so that it will not create a complexity for the machines. And combining the ambiguous category in the same way I did it for category as well. This thing I will show in my GitHub repository for better understanding. And then resultant data are shuffled and text category had to be encoded because machine understands binary format. That's the reason encoding is done. And this project is using one hot encoding. As you can see in the right hand side, here the category like art and the label is given to 0. This is called one hot encoding. And text preprocessing, this project deals with most common word, max length of word, removal of unnecessary elements such as stop word, punctuation, special characters, and text-to sequences. LSTM architecture. As this project uses the LSTM architecture, this is a brief about LSTM architecture. It has 3 gates. First gate, there are gates like for gate, input gate, and output gate. When information is given to the LSTM architecture, the forward gate aim is to filter out the unnecessary information and then pass the necessary information to the next gate. In input gate, what happens? Additional information to the cell is added. How it works? It multiplies the sigmoid state gate to the tan function and then adding this useful information to cell state and adding operations to that. And then comes output. The reason I used LSTM architecture for this project because first it overcome the limitation of RNN and it also resolved the vanishing gradient problem. Why vanishing gradient problem? By this I mean when I apply LSTM to this text classification, it has a neural network. Each neural network has a neurons in it. When information is passed to neurons, the neurons should contain the information of input till the end. But in vanishing gradient, if the information get lost in between the output, there will be no information. That's the reason LSTM overcome those problems. The following parameters are used for model. Then comes a model training. First, for training the model, the data is split into 75 and 25%. 75% of data is given for training purpose and 25% of data is assigned to test purpose. And in this, the following parameters I applied by applying the model, such as embedding layer of class is used, framework, hyperparameter initialization, LSTM, softmax activation. The reason I use softmax activation in this project because it better with a multiclass classification, loss function, and evaluation metric using accuracy and the losses. This is the result which I obtained through my project. I did this for, I trained the model for 5 category and 15 category as well. In 5 category, I can see as I divided the data in training and validation part, in a loss graph, we can see the training and validation is gradually decreasing, but it has some fluctuations. And as the accuracy is exponential proportional to the loss, the training and validation part of data is exponentially increasing. But in a right-hand side at 15 category, the graphs is as compared to 5 category is more accurate. As you can see in the training and validation accuracy in accuracy graph, the validation and loss is exponentially growing in a with less loss. And for evaluation of my model, for evaluating my model, I applied confusion matrix and for 5 category and 15 category. And after applying the confusion matrix, I came to conclusion that 15 category works much better as compared to 5 category in a term of accuracy, also in a term of performance as well. And this is the few demo of testing which I applied. In this, I given, for example, this is the text, is the input. I applied the coronavirus will push the Eurozone economy into the unprecedented peacetime. So after applying the tokenization and the padding sequences, and the model will predict through these are the labels I have given: entertainment, business, living, art, and wellness. And we can see machine itself is predicting this statement belongs to business. This is the output of predictions. This is the random text input is assigned at the when model is got trained. So model is correctly predicting it belongs to business category. Thank you for this, and I will take you to my code, which is available in my GitHub repository with a quick view. Just a minute.
Now I can say.
I try sharing it once again. Hope then you can see it. Once a minute. Now, is it visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the brief about code. Yeah. So this is my GitHub repository where I have given a brief description about regarding this code and the categories. There are 3 categories I have applied in this project: 5 category, 15 category, and 20 category. But 5 category and 15 and 20 category, by this I mean I have checked it for 5 category. For example, suppose there is the news belongs to sports, beauty, and other news like crimes, business, all this. These are the categories. So I did it for 3 different categories. So here starts with the code. I starting with a 5 category. So first we need to import the libraries required for this supporting. And from the class layer, I imported dense, embedded, LSTM, and partial dropout. So these are the libraries supporting for the data preprocessing, NLP, and techniques and modeling for data modeling or machine modeling. And first, I have performed this project in GitHub repo in my Google Colab. As Google Colab is provide 12 GB of GPU, which is quite good for training the models. So this is the connection I made it through Google Colab by connecting it through my drive. And after that, as data was present in a JSON format, I made a JSON news.json is a data file connection with my drive with pd.read with the help of pd.read underscore JSON. This pandas is very good for the data frames as it convert directly JSON format into the data frames. As you can see by the df, these are the following data, are the tables present in this our data, news data, category, headline, short descriptions. In data preprocessing, first I remove the NA value with the help of df.drop NA. This is present in pandas. With this, any NA value will be dropped. Then comes creating a features. As I can see, the headlines and short description can be merged into one text. So I merged it into one text with the name text. And now all the operation is performed on category and text. In feature engineering, as there are many categories such as art, culture, arts, and all these belongs to art and culture. So I have merged redundant categories in one categories. Voice, for example, voice, black voice, voice, queen voice, all these are the voices only. So I merged into a single category. Similarly, I did it for all. Then we did a small data visualization. In data visualization, as you can see, the count for text in a category of business is highest as compared to sports, and the least belongs to education. Then here, the labeling of categories are did. In this, as I said, I applied a one-hot encoding, and that's the reason the category like art, business are given a one-hot encoding with a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly done for all the categories. Then tokenization limitations are applied through this. And what is a padding sequence? This is a padding sequence. I applied sequential and max length with a max length. The padding basically it will give input with the same frame as output. So it will not reduce any information at output level. As whatever input is given at input, it will be retained as in output as well. So here comes the modeling, and data is split into training and test part. In testing, data is given testing size of data is 0.25, that is 25%, and 75% of data is assigned to training sets. Then there is a epoch 10, and I assigned epoch 10 and dimension 100 and batch size 50. Then model is trained in sequential way. And here I have given all the parameters for model training. I'm just sorry for this. Yeah. One can change the epoch as per the change and the batch size as well. The epoch is mainly for the number of passes for the entire training data sets, and batch size is basically for training the sample utilized for one iterations. And this is the LSTM model is applied, densify, activation. Activation softmax is used because, as I told, it is a multi-class problem. 5 categories are there. As model is trained, you can see it will be trained for 10 epochs. And it did it in 2 milliseconds. And loss, I can see here the accuracy at loss 0.2, the accuracy is 0.9, and validation losses is 0.6, and validation accuracy is 0.8. So it's pretty good. And model is then evaluated using accuracy and confusion matrix. This is the model performance graph. With the help of matplotlib, it has a feature of performing line chart, bar charts, and all. With the help of matplotlib pyplots, as plot, the graph is plotted for training and validation accuracy, for training and losses. Same. This is the confusion matrix. Similar is done for the 15 class as well, 15 category, and for 20 category. So in 15, it was, so the result, in result we can see graph, and the accuracy we can see here is 70% and loss is 0.9, and for the validation it's 70% and loss is 1. So this is with performance evaluation and I hope. Yeah, thank you so much. This is all about my project, and you can also connect me with on LinkedIn or any doubt regarding this project. I would happy to help you through my LinkedIn, or you can check out my GitHub repository. There are a few other projects also I have made on it. I'm uploaded it in my GitHub.
Cool. Are we? Let me put down
No
to you.
questions.
Do we have any questions from people?
Oh, no.
No. So so thanks, Nandita, for your talk and your demo. I know you said, you know, you to get a repo. That was like really really handy, being able to go through the code and actually run it. So yeah, so for people who, do you have any questions? There's like for us here doing the live streaming, there's like a 10-second lag for us. So if you have a ask, so we will wait a little bit to see if you have any questions. So does any of the organizers here have any questions for Nandita? No. So Nandita, are you okay? Can you still hear us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I think there's a lag in, and yeah.
For us here on Zoom, it should be okay. I think that there's going to be a 10-second lag between us talking to people hearing us on YouTube.
Yeah, okay.
So there is a question. So people complimenting your talk. So Alan C says, did you consider other models like BERT, B-E-R-T?
Alan. Is it Alan?
Alan, yes.
Yeah. Hi, Alan. No, I didn't consider. I just applied LSTM. But before applying LSTM, I did a couple of research in a previous paper, which is done by previous researcher, and there through that I came to know uh, they have some drawback with the models they have applied. So I applied this LSTM to overcome the problem of their research.
Okay.
I hope I answered the question.
Okay,
Can you
cool.
please? I hope I answered the question.
So when Alan hears the answer, he'll let us know
Yeah.
on the chat. So we
Yeah.
have Catherine asked, how did your model compare to other Kaggle entries? And why? So yeah, how did your model compare to other Kaggle entries?
Kaggle entries?
Yeah, how did your model compared to other entries in Kaggle?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for the question. As I whatever the research I did and compared with the previous models being applied, in a term of accuracy and computation, it's performed better, and even the loss and accuracy was better as compared to this. And this approach is using a word-based embedding using LSTM, and the other was like character. They have used character embedding as well. So the approach is a bit different in my project, and even approach is different and technique is also different.
Okay, cool. Hope, Catherine, that answers your question. And Nandita, Alan says thank you for your answer.
Yeah.
So
I will definitely try applying different model as well, Alan. Thank you for this.
Cool. I suppose we'll wait wait another, I suppose, 10 seconds to see if does anyone have any questions. If not, while we wait and see if there's any more questions, I suppose I'd like to say thank you for your talk and your demo. And if you have kind of anything to share, I'll send it on to me, and I will post it out to. I will send it on to people who at the post event. The meetup has a kind of a post event message thing that I can use to email everyone who RSVP'd to this event. So if you have anything to share, like if you want to share slides, or if there's kind of I'll link to your your GitHub repository so people can have a look at. You can send them on to me, and I'll send them on to people, and I'll update the crypt pad, which I used to use the announcements. So I'll put the links there as well, so people can actually find your talk material and your demo, and also a way to contact you if they have any questions.
Yeah, sure. I would love to. And I'm also learning. I will happy to appreciate your feedback, and I will definitely try myself to improve more with your feedback. And just please give me feedback. And if any doubt regarding the projects, definitely contact me. I have given my link in my slides as well. And there are a couple of projects I have uploaded in my GitHub repository. It might help. And yeah, I definitely appreciate your feedback.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you again. Sorry for a bit of a glitches here and there. It was better than last month. Last month was a fine time for gremlins with tech issues. This time is not as bad. We're getting there.
No
We're getting there. I'll probably get back to
this is also my first time. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Thank you, PyLadies, for having me here and giving this wonderful platform.
You are so welcome, and thank you for sharing your project, your experience, and in your project for everyone. Because it does take it's scary to give a tech talk or giving a talk to a lot of people out there. So it's really interesting. Thank you so much. And yeah, to everyone, we welcome, even if it's your never given a talk before. We're open arms to anyone who wants to just even have a talk. And we have a very small group. We're quite friendly. And you're welcome to come back again, Nandita, as well. We want to give you further on if you found other models or new ways or things that even if you find that it didn't work, you want to show people, that's all good as well.
Definitely.
So it's good to share kind of experiences. So I will suppose we'll wrap up a bit early, which is great for a lot of people. So
sure.
Yeah, so I think few people on from the chat said that they've learned something new. So thank you for that. So what I'll say is thank you, Nandita, for speaking to us. Hope we see you again. Thank you to
Thank
all
you.
our viewers and people who subscribed. I forgot one thing: to hit this like and subscribe. Hit that button. Where I can't find the button anymore. I have all these buttons in front of me and I can't even find it. Can Michael hit that for me? The button. I think can't find it. What? You're good. Oh, apparently it's up there. So remember to like and subscribe to YouTube. I'm just not very good at the streaming business. So yeah, if you want to hear more other kind of other type topics, let us know as well. Drop us an email at dublin@pyladies.com. We are on all the various social media like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Just look for PyLadies Dub or PyLadies Dublin. You'll find us. And yeah, I will be in contact with everyone who's our RCP via Meetup with the post event message. So links to Nandita's kind of material and how to get in contact with her. And so for next month, we have as I said, we have no PyLadies. It won't be till April the 20th. So head over to if you want to find out the information for our next meetup, just go to Meetup to our PyLadies page. And I haven't announced it yet, but the event is already created, so you can RSVP for that. And again, we're looking for speakers from drop. So just want to talk to me about if you want a demo or have ideas and stuff. So dublin@pyladies.com. And I'd like to thank Lay for as my co-organizer and this evening, as well as Michael, who's beside me, where I'm waving frankly and talking, looking over a lot. Thanks for his help being my production person. So, and I thank you again, everyone, this evening for joining us, and really appreciate all the support. And hope to see you in April. So, so bye.